Hello and welcome to another edition of We Stream, the official reaction channel of epic rap battles of history. Today, we're going to be checking out Teddy Roosevelt versus Winston Churchill. This was the most requested reaction after Zeus versus Thor, so you guys will have to find a new one to bother me about after this. I was going to release this way later in the year, but because you guys so quickly helped me replace my old microphone, rest in peace, this was one of the things that I decided to do as a thank you. Now, if you are new to this channel, I am a musician. I make my own content that's not always completely terrible.
But not everyone knows what life looks like through broken eyes. Fakers who are wearing blue, I wish that I could fake it too.
Also, I have a Patreon. You can become a member of my channel to get exclusive behind-the-scenes videos. You could go to Skeem.com to buy like a Skeem mask or my music and signed crap, or Teespring to get some sweet stuff like this. Actually, it was Jason Todd mug or whatever else. But if nothing else, if you like this weird crap, like, subscribe, leave a comment so the algorithm thinks that I'm worth something. Try to get to 25,000 subscribers by the end of the week to keep the momentum on the road to 100,000 before the end of the year. And that's the plug. So, in preparation for this battle, since I knew you guys would be foaming at the mouth, because I'm sure there's a lot of history crap in here, I read the Wikipedia pages for Churchill and Roosevelt just to brush up on my history of the two. I saw this battle when it came out. I think it came out like 4 years ago, so as far as remembering the battle, not at all. Let's go. Straight away, this beat is awesome.
Winston Churchill.
I don't know who's playing Winston Churchill. Is it the same guy that did, Jack the Ripper, maybe?
Winston! Theodore Roosevelt!
Epic Lloyd's a good choice.
Bully, a challenge! I love competition! Now where would I mount the stuffed head of a Winston?
Alright. Bully, he's using British terminology to start out. He loves the competition. He was a very athletic, competitive guy. And where would I mount the head of a Winston? Well, he was all into hunting and stuffing things, so that's just a reference to mounting the head of Winston Churchill. Where would he put such a trophy? Teddy Bear comes from Theodore Roosevelt, nickname for him Teddy. He hated being called that, but we get Teddy Bear, that terminology, because of Theodore Roosevelt. Hooray, Wikipedia facts. That was actually something I knew well before I perused Wikipedia this morning, though.
I'm into fitness, digging ditches through an isthmus, rough riding down a Cuba line. What's up, bitches?
Hey, that was fun. Okay, so I gotta roll this back. Oh, by the way, if you're new to the channel, we pause on this channel, like, all the time. So get used to it. Alright, digging through this. Alright, so that's kind of probably talking about the Panama Canal, because digging up the canal.
Rough riding down to Cuba.
Rough riding down to Cuba. So, military, I think he had like a group of Rough Riders or something. And then, campaigns in Cuba, but then he said,
Cuba like, what's up, bitches?
So he's saying they came down to Cuba like, what's up, bitches? And back in the day, when ERB would have different seasons announced of Epic Rap Battles of History, they had a black and white little Teddy Roosevelt thing narrating, and he'd always say, what's up, bitches? So that was actually an inside joke for ERB on itself.
I keep my rhymes pure like my food and drugs. I'm an American stock, and you're the British Alma Fireman.
All right, this is packed. We're gonna make this a long one, folks. All right, so keep my rhymes pure like his food.
My rhymes pure like my food and
Food and drugs. Essentially, Roosevelt started the FDA. It wasn't called the FDA when he started it, but he started what would become the Food and Drug Administrative, which in the United States is just the way that, companies are held to a regulated standard of what they can put in food or medicine. It's because of this that Coca-Cola no longer has cocaine in it. Screw you, Teddy Roosevelt.
I'm an American stock, and you're the British Alma 5.
He's an American stud because, he was obsessively athletic. And the British Elmer Fudd, that's pretty appropriate way to describe Churchill. I think he had a bit of a lisp or something. So, speech impediment, bald head. Yeah, it's fair.
For Christ's sake, look at that mug! At least grow a spruce mustache and cover part of it up!
Alright, so he's just saying you got an ugly face. You should grow a mustache to cover part of it.
Let's face it, you're not all that great! You tossed away lives in Gallipoli like they were scraps off your plate!
Alright, so visual joke here. I think he's talking about his own face on Mount Rushmore right here. And he's saying... Also,
at least grow a spruce mustache and cover part of it up! And let's face it, you're not all that great!
I'm thinking let's face it, because face Mount Rushmore.
You tossed away
lives
in Gallipoli like they were
scraps. Okay, so he's basically doing two things here, I believe.
You whole miserable...
Yeah, so lives, so that was a battle where Winston Churchill really just screwed up everything, and it was a lot of people died, and he's saying you're throwing away lives like scraps off your plate. That's also a fat joke. So, basically calling Churchill fat and incompetent.
Great! You tossed away lives in Gallipoli like they were scraps off your plate! Your whole miserable country is the size of one state!
So just saying that, the United Kingdom's not that big.
See my way through running that without donning my pants now!
Hey, alright, so he says you could see his way through running that without donning his pants. That's the name of those little glasses. So he's saying he could run, a country that small without even needing his little spectacles.
Is the size of one state and see my way through running that without donning my pants now! Go toe to toe with me, you bloated drunk old man! Why don't you do-si-do on over to a 12-step program?
Alright, Winston Churchill had a drinking problem, so he's saying, don't try to battle me, go toe-to-toe with me, do-si-do, all that crap. Join a 12-step program. Alcoholics Anonymous, 12-step programs, you get it. Get some help, Churchill, is what he's saying.
Trust fund lush with my American muscle, so walk softly over here and give my big stick a suckle!
Alright, so let's talk about this stuff.
Old man, why don't you do-si-do on over to a 12-step program? Bust a trust fund!
Oh, bust a trust fund, lush. Roosevelt did a lot of regulation and tried to break up monopolies and trust fund babies who were building bigger corporate things. So this is him bragging on that.
Lush with my
his American muscles. Again, this is like several times he's flexed on his ability to flex.
Muscle. So walk softly over here and give my big stick.
Walk softly over here, give my big stick suckles. Churchill, or no, Roosevelt. Who was it? I think Roosevelt's the one who said, speak softly and carry a big stick. Anyway, they turned that into a dick joke. So, like a sucking dick joke.
A suckle!
And that's a very Teddy Roosevelt type face.
Pass me a cigar and a large glass of brandy. I'm about to take you out prematurely, like your family.
Roosevelt's parents and wife died at young ages. It's rude.
I'm the Rhyme Minister, fresh in a hat and dinner jacket. You look like a mix of Epic Lloyd and a Pringles packet.
Okay, Rhyme Minister, like Prime Minister. And then he says you look like Epic Lloyd mixed with the Pringles packet, the Pringle guy with the mustache, and plus Epic Lloyd. I could see it. I don't know if that's an insult, really, though, because, Pringles guy, you love the Pringles guy. Epic Lloyd, you love Epic Lloyd. Put them together, you just gotta delicious wrap snack. That sounds like a good thing to me.
Fresh in a hat and dinner jacket, you look like a mix of Epic Lloyd and a Pringles packet. I was saving the planet from an axis of darkness while you were back home opening national parks. You were...
Alright, so World War I. I think that's a World War I reference, fighting the axis of darkness, while Roosevelt was in the U.S. opening national parks. That's exactly what he just said. Why am I explaining this?
Born asthmatic, you're going to choke hard while I wake up every day and chain smoke cigars.
Roosevelt was a born asthmatic, that's true. That's why he became so obsessive with exercise and health, so that he wouldn't be that way. And he's saying, you were born all like asthma, you're gonna choke, choking in a rap battle. And he's like, I could just chain smoke cigars and still be fine. Making fun of genetics.
I'll fight you on the beaches, I'll fight you on the beaches. Yes. Any way you want to fight, I'll fight you and I'll beat you, see?
It's Churchill speech where he's like, we'll fight on the beaches, we'll fight on the how, we'll fight on the da, we'll fight on the la. And he's saying, fighting. It's almost like a green eggs and ham thing at this point. I'll fight you in the beaches, I'll fight you on the beach, I'll fight you anywhere, Sam I am. That's the vibe I'm getting.
I might be battling you even though I'm toasted, but tomorrow I'll be sober and you'll still be roasted.
Alright, so toasted, roasted, two different ways to cook things. Toasted as in drunk. And he's like, tomorrow I'll sober up and you'll still be roasted. Churchill also just was really rude and he would insult people, and when he would sober up, he'd be like, I'm still gonna give you the same insults while I'm hungover, so that's kind of what that's a play on.
My parents died when they were young and it was morbid, but at least they didn't ditch me when they were alive like yours did.
Ooh, now that's a powerful reversal. He's like, yes, my parents died when I was young. It's sad and morbid. But your parents ditched you when they were still alive. Yeah, Churchill really didn't know his parents because they weren't that interested in him. That's one of those battle-winning rebuttals right there. Let's remember that when we're crowning a winner later.
Oh shit, World War II soon. Well, Teddy's dropping bombs, so you best go hiding your tube.
That's a reference to, I think, when the U.S. started doing strategic bombing in World War II, and hiding your tube, underground tunnels, subways, is probably British lingo that I don't understand, but that's generally where they're going.
World War II soon. Well, Teddy's dropping bombs, so you best go hiding your
World War II soon, World War II. I only mention that because someone will be like, oh, you didn't catch the World War II soon bar. Yes, I did. I just, This is why I don't read the comments as much as I used to. You guys are just the worst. But subscribe anyway. If you're the worst and you like leaving really, really annoying comments, this channel's for you. Sub up and leave your shitty comments. It'll help me in the algorithm and we'll get along just fine.
You should be ashamed of your military honor. Everyone knows you're back at home, like, thank God for Pearl Harbor. Don't worry.
Alright, so he's like, you should be ashamed of your military honor, because thank God for Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor is a Japanese attack on Hawaii that the U.S. used as an excuse to get involved in World War II. And he's saying, thank God for Pearl Harbor. If that didn't happen, we wouldn't have bailed your asses out. Which I don't care what you say. The U.S. did bail everyone's asses out because we were willing to fight dirtier than anyone else and nuke the hell out of civilians. No one else was willing to do it. We did it. It ended the war. We did it after the war was pretty much already over. Like, Germany and Japan, they were ready to surrender. We went, you know what? Let's just be sure. Fuck it. We're nuking Japan. That's how America rolls. Don't let the United States get involved in your wars if you don't want things to blow up.
America, fuck yeah. The U.S. will give you a pass. Just change your poster to keep calm and kiss my cousin's ass.
Keep calm and carry on. The posters that they made during World War II in case of airstrikes. I don't think they were really popular during the war, but they were really popular on the internet. Still kind of are. Cousin's ass. Roosevelt's cousin, I think, had something to do with international diplomacy.
Teddy there? I don't think it's very fair for a British bulldog to melee with a teddy bear.
He's calling himself British bulldog. He shouldn't, fight with the teddy bear, so he's jabbing at the teddy bear thing.
You're no man, you're an overgrown Boy Scout.
An overgrown Boy Scout. I don't get it. Why is he an overgrown Boy Scout? The Boy Scouts weren't even around when Roosevelt was president, were they? I don't think the Boy Scouts existed yet. Now, I know that historically the timelines don't have to match up. We had a diss involving Epic Lloyd and Pringles. But I don't know. There's an explanation for that somewhere. Maybe Roosevelt started the Boy Scouts. Maybe that's it.
Bulldog to melee with a teddy bear. You're no man, you're an overgrown Boy Scout. I should stuff you in a pram just so you can throw your toys out.
Stuff you in a pram. I'm assuming pram is British for stroller because he's doing this while he's in a stroller, so he's just calling Roosevelt a big fat baby.
Put your fat head on a mountain to save face, but if Rushmore was a band, then you play bass. Look at.
Alright, basically saying that of everyone on Mount Rushmore, Roosevelt's the least important, and he'd be like the bass player. That hurts. Nobody loves the bass player.
Who's about to lose the bout to Churchill? If a bullet to the chest won't stop you, my words will.
If anything, that's more of a compliment on Roosevelt than a diss. Teddy Roosevelt got shot in the chest and went on to give a speech while the bullet was in him, because he's like, nah, I gotta give this speech. This bullet ain't stopping me. And then the doctors looked at it later and like, if we move that bullet, it's gonna be bad. He's like, fine, leave it in there. And he lived the rest of his life with a damn bullet in his chest. If I'm Churchill, I'm not gonna bring that up in a battle. The fact that this dude got straight shot in the chest and just said, nah, bullet's not gonna stop me, and kept and carried on. That's something you hope doesn't get brought up. You don't try to use that as a diss. Hey, if that bullet didn't stop you, my words will. No, they fucking won't.
A bullet can't stop the ball moose. TR will give WC the full deuce.
Ooh, you just flipped him off British style. Give him the full deuce. And you use their initials and stuff.
Shit you throw at me, I'll just return to sender.
Alright, so I guess the full deuce also is a shit throwing joke, and he's saying he'll return the shit to sender.
Battle to the end, and I will never surrender.
I'll never surrender, yeah. Is that it? Oh, if that's it, then we know who won, but let's play it out.
Poster, you just saw.
Yeah, Dan Bull, that is the guy that played, Jack the Ripper. I think a lot of you guys have been asking me to react to Dan Bull stuff. Yeah. Alright. So, it was entertaining. I enjoyed that. I liked all the history stuff. I think I was able to get most of it thanks to my prior knowledge plus a quick skim of Wikipedia this morning. This has been a pretty long reaction. I had a lot of fun. Who won? Yeah, Roosevelt won. Butthurt British people can say what they want, but Roosevelt won. Sorry about you. America wins again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stupid crap, so that, they can feed my family and stuff. Look at my beautiful family. They need food. Until next time, I scheme, you scheme, we all scheme for ice cream. Bye.